The unsubscribed must be punished. YouTube must face its destiny. CouchCube must reign supreme. I've gone Yoda.
I was bragging on the community posts. I thought I'd get it out of the way. It is a mixture of Yoda and Sean Connery. It's quite difficult, and he used a physical mask. A material one is a lot tougher to bounce off. I am CouchCube. Welcome to Roboquest. The last time I was here was in 2020, and it was in semi-early access on Game Pass, and I loved it. There was no hub, there was no real embedded roguelike mechanics. I mean, it was there on a surface level, but this has just been beefed up. Everything has been laid out correctly. This is a proper, what feels like AAA indie game. This is still a Microsoft exclusive. It's not over on the Sony side yet. Had a similar thing with Gunfire Reborn, taking a long time to make it over, but I'm not too sure of the long-term plan with this one. This is a bit of a jewel in Game Pass's indie game crown. Why is it so good? Well, there are few roguelike first-person shooters out there. I enjoy the sci-fi aspect of this. I love the robot idea, and it's got a big scope on guns, almost Borderlands scope on different shotguns, LMGs, but it does go crazy, chainsaws, flamethrowers. You've kind of got everything at your disposal. That's one of the hooks, is seeing what you're going to get on your next run. And you've got Tony Hawk style steel girders everywhere that allow you to sort of get hurtled into a new arena completely unprepared at high speed. They have majorly beefed up the unlock different robot aspect of playing the game on long term. You will have different classes to access. At the moment, the starter's got a temporary shield that runs out. It's the most undramatic of all of the things that you unlock in the upcoming robots. That is the second major pull against the guns. Thirdly, probably the game's speed. We've got beautiful 60 frames per second. I'm running this at 1080 on Ultra, and you just feel extremely comfortable with it. You feel at home immediately. You get to see that new perk over there on the left, and that is an on-the-fly buff that you choose a direction to go in. There's loads of roguelites that employ this now. Moonscar's got a really good one where you can just follow down a build or loadout depending on what options you get when that alert comes up. The game does feel a bit housemarquey. Also, if you're familiar with Nex Machina, it's almost like a first-person version of that, like deep down within these trenches, having to fight all of those crazy stuff on rails. I love the idea of the levels interlocking with this slide-in Hawks-like system. Once you get your head around it, it is quite good. There's no major auto-aim, so you do have to be quite snappy with stuff. But once you get settled in with a gun and you're comfortable with everything, this game just starts flowing. How tough is it? Pretty pitch perfect. I would put it almost the same as Gunfire Reborn. In actual fact, a slightly difficult ramp on that first boss. Does it re-roll the bosses? It used to, but I've had that mole 3 times in a row now, so the jury's out on that one. Something in the comments, please. I have actually just checked. It is on Steam for 20 quid currently, and that's a shout out to Chase, one of my Patreons. Mate, I think you're still playing this because you gave me a heads up on it about 6 months ago, so the revisit was a really good shout. Does have more convolution between levels. You can access a vendor, and you can also spend money on upgrading a gun that you're actually holding. I like that idea. You can find stuff that's got an upgraded number on it, but investing into a weapon that you're really happy with is definitely the way forward with a lot of cool roguelikes. this multiplayer online? Yes, Lee, it is. Just the one other person, unfortunately. And you know what? Why the hell did they not make this split screen? It's perfect. It does not run major CPU. You could easily have such a great time with two people on a split with this. Look into it, guys. You never know. We might have a Nobody Saves the World. I'll put a link in. They added local co-op to that game with an update. I would say that's one of the strongest local co-op ARPGs indie out there at the moment. And I'm a Children of Mortar fan. I also think this game is doing quite well. It isn't going away. That's one of the things about a good roguelike, is that you always see it updated, you always see it at the front of a queue on Steam. Dead Cells is just like that, and of course the aforementioned Gunfire Reborn. Is there anything majorly wrong with this? Well, there is a run mechanic that I forget to do, and you can toggle it to have it and click in or constant. There is a slide that's accessed when you're running, and your jump distance is blatantly massively increasing. It's just something that I need to concentrate more on doing. Returnal's a bit like that. A lot of people just have the run button on permanently. It's also really good on the secrets. If you see the map, you can just go to places that you haven't been. It's not a tile out system where you're going into set rooms and they jostle them over each time you go through, but it will change things up. It does roguelike in that direction, and the secrets are huge. You go down these purple sections, there'll always be something juicy hidden down one of these little alleyways. What is this Gunfire Reborn you talk of? Well, this is it. Now it's up to 4-player, this one, and you have a dodge on the B button. It's a little bit more strafey, but it's not as bullet heavy, and the guns aren't as in-depth as Roboquest's. But this is still blinding, and I may fire it up again. This is me reviewing it in 2020. One other great thing is it's... So what we're going to do about Roboquest not being on the PlayStation 5, then we're all going to come together, we're going to campaign, and we're going to get this damn thing put on split screen and put on the Sony side. Also Switch. No reason why it couldn't run on that, and man, this would make a great portable roguelike. We'll also put a link to my Dead Cells review in the description. That's one hell of a roguelike side-scrolling platformer and should be owned by every decent gamer. It's brilliant, and again, on all systems. I also just uploaded a video about Transformers Devastation, and I included some of the original film dialogue in it. The outro of the video includes a line from Optimus, and I'm not taking it out. Renders the whole thing demonetized to hell, and that GoBots clip. The GoBots got me! I think it's integral that it stays, so show that video some love if you can. I was Couch Q, and I will see you down there.
The unsubscribed must be punished.